Russia is continuing preparing international community, public opinion to possible justification of the usage of nuclear strike on the side of Russia. Actually, we treat these threats coming from Russia since summer, I suppose, regarding the possible usage of nuclear weapons pretty seriously. And that's why when Russia now started this campaign of accusation of Ukraine of using some kind of materials to prepare a dirty bomb, we understand that Russia is continuing preparing international community, public opinion to possible justification of the usage of nuclear strike on the side of Russia, and to blame Ukraine for that, because Russia understands very well that it will be the crossing of the red line, even for Russia, who has committed lots of war crimes, and is pretty possible Ukraine will defend the position that this is a genocidal war against Ukraine, but using nuclear weapons is a different story, let's say. And Russia tries to justify why they are regrouping, restructuring, increasing their capabilities and readiness of their nuclear arsenal right now, because they will do it in response to allegedly some processes within Ukraine they're accusing us of. And secondly, Ukraine thinks that Russia doesn't stop with its attempts to grab as much Ukrainian territories as possible. And in case they try again to conduct another assault on Kharkiv region or on Kiev region during this winter or at the end of this winter, and if they fail again, that will be, everything prepared to use the very last instrument on their side, nuclear weapon.
Right. And the White House National Security spokesperson, John Kirby, did tell reporters today we continue to see nothing in the way of preparations by the Russian side for the use of nuclear weapons. We should point that out. But this does, reek of Russia using every means possible, particularly when they're on the back foot, some might say. There are also reports about a secret military unit of young engineers behind the Kremlin's high-precision cruise missile attacks on Ukrainian civilians. Fighting via the air, of course, has been one of the most successful ways so far for Russia to try and make an impact. Can you tell us about this, the use of young game designers, effectively?
It's using of IT specialists in Russia to prepare the specific strikes on energy and other critical infrastructure objects in Ukraine to destroy these objects. And actually, for us, what does it mean? It's actually another argument to prove that this attacks was absolutely pre-planned. So this is another, let's say, argument to say that this is kind of genocidal aggression, because depriving Ukrainians of, opportunity to, let's say, to function and to have different energy, electricity, and other specific needs to be supported, to be given, to be provided to Ukraine. It was absolutely pre-planned, and this is just a part of general story how Russia is planning, and how all these attacks, especially these missiles attacks, how they were, part of specific campaign which was prepared with the usage of specific units like IT guys, because originally they didn't seem to be from FSB or from other military structures of Russia. They were just, outsourced, and they were involved and they served. And that's why the network of people serving this military aggression goals, it's much wider than we could expect earlier. And it means that sanctioning of people, it should not be limited just to people who are directly related to Putin's regime.
Right.
It can be a much wider campaign, how to define these people, the circle of people serving these military goals in Russia, and to sanction them, to persecute them as well, because they are also part of the war criminal process.
Yeah, that is an investigation by the website Bellingcat that's found that game designers, engineers and IT professionals as young as 24 have helped to orchestrate some of those deadly strikes ordered by the Kremlin.